Hey, how's it going?
What's up? Let me
Uh,
know if the Discord looks terrible. Uh,
oh shit, I can hear myself on the stream.
yeah,
There we go.
that's why I stream in Discord too. It's just that Discord stream and OBS don't like to play nicely apparently. So,
Yeah.
all right. Which code was yours again? I uh, I was checking to
Uh,
see which ones were expired, so I went through. I just
I think it's 9RE4NO.
remember which map it was.
I think it was Oasis. Yeah, I was the
Okay.
only quick player one, remember?
Oh, right. Okay.
Welcome to
Wait,
Oasis.
didn't you want Zarya
Ready
or was that
for
someone else?
battle.
Yeah, I was on Zarya.
Oh, okay. That was also quick play.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
There you are.
Together we
All
are
right. Any
strong.
questions before we begin? Like on like what Zarya's supposed to do, or just like any moments that came up in this game that you didn't know what to do, etc., etc.
Um, I can't super think of specific moments, but I was having trouble timing my E bubbles, like ally bubbles, other than just like my self bubbles.
Okay.
Because the self bubbles are just like, hey, if I'm getting shot at, I put it up. It's very easy. It's
Yeah.
Reinhardt mentality. You're getting damage in, you put the shield up, and then you run away.
Yeah.
But the e-bubbles were a bit of a different story. I wasn't super sure what to do with them. So I was kind of just sitting on them, and if I saw someone get charged or get put in a grab or something like that, I would put it around them.
Yep.
But like other than that, I wasn't super sure what to do about it.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is if someone's going to die, bubble them. No questions asked, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is like you want to use bubbles proactively when you can, though. And that
hmm
depends a lot on what your main tank is, right? So if you have a Rhine, right, when should
I
you bubble
think
your Rhine?
when you should bubble the Ryan when he's like put his shield down and he's walking in, because then he has a couple of seconds of not taking damage so that he can swing.
So when you're playing Rhine, do you like getting bubbled then?
I do. It's very fun.
Okay. So
It
here's the thing,
makes me
actually.
feel good because I
When
can hit people.
sorry, what?
I said it makes me feel good because I can
Oh,
hit people with the big hammer and make them die.
true. But would you like to walk forward with a bubble, or would you like to hit people with a bubble?
That is also true. I'd assume walking forward, you shouldn't bubble your Ryan while he's walking forward because, he's got a big 1600 shield. You should be bubbling him when he puts his shield on and starts swinging.
Yes. So he's got shield, he's got health, he's got healers backing him up. He's got the
Yeah.
resources to get where he needs to go, right?
Ah,
If he's dying on his way there, that means he's messing up somewhere, right?
yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to save that unless you're communicating with him, you're telling him to take damage for you early on to build some charge,
Mhm.
right? You want him,
Yeah.
you want to time the bubble for when he drops his shield and starts actually trying to hit things, right?
Mhm.
And not just like holding M1 because like a lot of Ryans just hold M1
Yeah.
down forever, right? You want to time it for when he's actually hitting something, right? And that
Mhm.
way he can swing for free, right? And you're getting value off of it.
Yeah.
And that's like the ultimate goal. So when should you bubble a monkey?
Um, Normally, so I played with, we did double bubble, me and my friends. And I was realizing that I wasn't getting value off of my bubble. Like normally he would jump in and then I would bubble him while he was jumping, but then I realized, hey, that's kind of dumb because no one's going to shoot him while he's in the air. So I would bubble him after his shield broke because I realized that if his shield broke, he could have probably charged up a jump by then. And then after I bubbled him, he would have enough time to either secure a kill or get out.
Yep, that's a pretty reasonable way of thinking about it. The big problem is that a lot of times the monkey will jump out of your LOS, right?
hmm
So like if you're playing on this map, you're playing here,
There's
right?
a
He jumps over
there's
here.
a lot of spots where you can't see him. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you try to bubble him, but he's above you now, like you can't see him.
hmm
So the big thing to remember is like if you can do that, that's great, right? Um, but most of the time, what you're actually bubbling the monkey for is to stop him from getting CC'd.
hmm
So if ideally you get 40 charge. Most of the time you will get 40 charge, right? But if your monkey jumps
I'm
and he
gonna be
gets,
honest, I don't super know what that means.
what do you mean? 40 charge
Like
or
CC. I don't know what
oh,
CC means.
like stuns, boops, right?
Oh,
Because
stuns. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So if your monkey jumps and he gets booped and he lands here, his fight's over,
That,
right?
yeah,
The
that's
Ryan's gonna
bad.
be swinging on him. His fight's done, right? So what you
hmm
need to do is when he jumps like this, you need to bubble him so he doesn't get booped, right? It's really straightforward, right?
Okay. Yeah,
And that
makes sense.
that's why you bubble the monkey when he jumps.
Gotcha.
Not just for the damage block, blah blah blah. The damage block is nice, but the
hmm
big thing is so he doesn't get slept, he doesn't get booped, he doesn't get like bashed or flashed, and drops,
hmm
right? You want him to do his thing. So he gets in, and then he gets to put a better bubble. Because a lot of times, monkey, Like he'll jump in order to stop getting booped. He has to like throw a bubble really early, and then it'll fall to the ground. He has to drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just bubble him so that doesn't happen. Uh, any guesses on when to bubble a ball? A wrecking ball?
I'm guessing wrecking balls do that thing where they hook a wall and then they spin through to get like a little bit of poke damage on everyone. It's very easy for him to get stunned during that, and during a pile drive, it's very easy for a ball to get stunned.
There you go. Super
So,
simple, right? He's
yeah.
going in to the enemy team. Either he's
He gets
swinging or
flashbang.
he's pile driving.
He gets hacked. Game's over. Or
Yeah,
not
his
game's
fight's
over,
over.
but
Yeah,
he's going back to the spawn room if he gets hacked or
exactly,
stunned.
right? So when he's going in, doesn't matter how he's going in. If he's going in any way that looks vaguely committal, bubble him.
Mm-hmm.
Really simple.
Yep.
And this is how you should treat all of your teammates, right? So
Yeah.
if any of your teammates are going to go in, right, you just bubble them if they're being aggressive enough, right? If like,
So
for
if they're
example,
being aggressive or if they're about to die.
yeah,
Got it.
exactly, yeah. That's what you're aiming for, right? And if you need to
Mhm.
take a charger bubble, right? So like you guys are about to walk in, you're just chilling here, right? You can just like ask your friend to take damage, you bubble, you just chill for a couple seconds, then you walk in with a fresh bubble, right? And an extra
Yeah.
charge. But for the most part, right, most of your bubbles are either to save someone or to help them get in, right?
Mhm.
Or rather, do things when they're in, right? You don't want to do it
Yeah.
as get the idea. Where are you? There you are. All right.
Five, four, three, two, one. Greetings. Enemy contact. Barriers on
All right.
you.
What do you think about that bubble?
I think that it could have been better because, well, one, okay, so there was literally almost zero chance of him getting booped out of position there. He like if the Lucio is that a Lucio? That is
It's
a
Lucio,
Lucio.
yeah.
If the Lucio had booped him, he wouldn't have gone back far enough to like hurt him or whatever, or, like knock him off something.
Yeah.
Um, and he's got a bubble around him, so it's not negating any damage either. So it's not an amazing bubble.
Yeah. So the problem here is that one of these two bubbles is terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just try and need to figure out like which one it is.
Yeah.
And the answer is I think this jump and this bubble from him are terrible. And if he's going to
Yeah,
jump,
I mean, he didn't really go anywhere. He just used all his cooldowns. Like he could have just walked over there.
yeah, like he didn't need to do
If
any
we're
of
being
this, right?
fully honest,
And
he
then
didn't
he's
really
jumping
need
the
to
front
jump
line,
that.
right? And he's not going back line, right? If he's going to jump past
Yeah.
them, then the bubble would be great, right? Then he would like land
Then the
here.
bubble would be great because
Yeah.
they've got an Ash there that could boop him.
It also prevents him getting Discord. That's a really big one as well.
They've got a Discord there. They've
yeah.
got a what are the sticky? What's her name? I forgot her
Echo
name.
bombs. Yeah.
Echo, yeah,
Yeah.
Echo bombs.
Yeah. So like if like if you were to like stand like walk this way and then jump past the Rhine, that bubble would be amazing. He would drop on
Yeah.
them and then he would bubble and run away, right? And he would just
Mhm.
recreate all the space in the world, right? But the problem
Mhm.
here is that like you bubbled him when he's already doing a really defensive play.
Yeah.
So in an ideal world, he would wait for your bubble and then he would bubble, right?
Mhm.
But this is
There's like zero. This is quick play, so there's zero communication whatsoever.
yeah. So this is where you need to make a really fast adaptation because you need to know what kind of player this is, and you've already learned what kind of player this is. So from now on, right? I want to see you have more patience on your bubble until you see what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So normally, right, bubbling first is very standard, right, for you.
Mhm.
But now that he's already shown that he doesn't care about what you're doing,
Mhm.
until he shows that like he's delaying his bubble more, right? I want you to bubble late now. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that 45. All right. Guess what I'm about to say.
I don't have an explanation for that.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
That I'm hard feeding right now
Why are you hard feeding?
because I walked in, bubbled, and then it got immediately broken.
Yeah. And then what did you continue to
Okay.
do?
I continued to walk
You
forward.
continued to walk forward, right? Just remember that like charges
Bubbles
like
only have 200 health.
yeah, they only have 200 health. They're also
they
really
only
important
last
for
for, like-
holding positions, right? So if you think about it, if you have bubble, you can very safely play here, right? This spot right here.
Mhm.
Because it's very hard to push you, and if they do push you, you have bubble, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have bubble, this spot becomes a little scary, right? Because they have speed and they can run you down with Discord, right? So they can cross this gap really fast, and now even with cover, this spot becomes like less safe to play, and maybe you want to play like back here, right?
Yeah.
So just because you can get 40 energy doesn't mean you should. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you want to play here, and you want to shoot them, and you want to make them run at you, and then you bubble, right? When they finally get to you, then you bubble, right? And then by that point, they've run out of steam usually, and you kick them away from you, right? And then you can play more aggressive because they're running away, right?
Mhm.
But if you play aggressive with bubble, then suddenly you have to play very defensive. You have to like literally walk away, right, from the fight.
Mhm.
And the problem here is like not only do you not recognize that you like, but like first of all the bubble was bad because like you didn't have to bubble, right? And if you are gonna bubble, you need to run, right? That's the second step, right?
Yeah.
And you use the bubble and just walked in. So I'd be very
And
surprised if you lived. Okay, this Lucio booped you and died. So they didn't have speed. Alright, you live, never punished. Nice.
Yeah, that's the bronze way.
Stand with me.
I see the juicy Zen. Don't worry about the monkey.
Getting so
Doesn't matter what
disappointed.
he's doing.
Barrier
No.
That bubble was kind of pointless, right? You
Yeah.
didn't know if he was taking
I
damage.
thought I saw the Zen on the outside of the house, and I thought he went in to get the health pack after I had shot him a couple of times. So I went, oh, he's probably charging in there. The Hanzo's gonna peek. I better bubble the Hanzo so he could take the damage, and then I could walk in and but he wasn't in there.
Yeah. So this is really important for consistency on Zarya. You
Mm.
can make predictions, but don't act on your predictions until you have information.
Gotcha.
So you can predict the Zen charging a right click, and he might shotgun your Hanzo, right? And maybe you don't want to take that risk, right? You're in a tournament setting, whatever, right? But in your average game, it's whatever if your Hanzo gets his head blown off, right? Because you already won the fight. And when he comes back late, he'll have an angle anyways because he's Hanzo, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really care if your Hanzo dies. And if you, in the sense, not charging a right click, right, and he shoots a left click, you'll see that and have more than enough time to react and bubble, right?
Mhm.
But the problem is if you bubble and you don't get charged, then you're really sad, right?
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
All right, this is very far out there. Any guesses where your team's holding right now?
What?
Any guesses on where your team is holding right now?
Left side.
Yeah, how far to the left?
Very.
Where is very? Like, give me a rough
Very
estimate.
not where I am.
Relative to the point, where are they right now? Do you think?
On it.
Which part of it?
I think they're holding at the left choke.
Left choke being the hookah or like
there's
the door?
There's a pillar down the middle, and they're on the left side of the pillar. I believe. I'm not sure.
Here?
Yes. That's what I was saying. Yeah, right
So
there.
you're about spot on, right? The biggest issue, right?
I should have just gone through the building where there was natural cover, and then just like
Yeah, you
grouped
can just
up
chill
and
here
then
if you
just shot a
Yeah.
few volleys and see what happened.
Yeah. I mean, you can also play greedy here and get some charge, right? You stand in front, but you want to
Mhm.
stand on the left side where A, they're more likely to spam, right? And B, you're closer to your team, right? The big thing though is from conceptually, how does your monkey want to go in?
Defensively.
Well, okay,
Or
that's what this monkey has been doing, but
this monkey.
how does your monkey normally want to actually go in?
How does a monkey normally
Yeah.
want to go in? They want to dive backline and
They
create
want to dive
space.
backline, right? And so
Because
what
then
is the,
people go, "Ooh, a monkey in our backline. We should kill it."
yeah? So what is this trigger for jumping the backline normally?
Him jumping? I don't know.
Or sorry, what is he looking for before he jumps?
Like a squishy, a healer, some sort of like a sniper in the backline, maybe a DPS, something like that.
Yeah, he's waiting for
Someone who
those
would be
guys.
someone who'd be really good to get out early.
Yeah, he's waiting for those guys to walk through the choke, right?
The Ana, the Ana, oh my god, my brain is melting.
It doesn't matter.
What?
Any of these heroes,
What's
right? He's
what's
waiting
the
for
name
them.
of the guy? He's got the baseballs. Zenyatta.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. He's waiting for them, whoever they are,
Mhm.
to walk here, right?
Yeah.
And then he wants to jump, right? And so the Rhino will be like right here by that, right? So
Mhm.
if that's the case, right? Is the Zen sports gonna walk through the choke when you're standing here? Wait,
Probably
that's a
not.
diva. What the?
The dead diva there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, I'm just So what you're doing is fine right now. You're not really gonna die, and you can get some charge, right?
Mm.
Just keep in mind that you don't want to be here before the fight starts because you want to give them room so that way the supports will walk in and your monkey can jump past the Rhino.
Mhm.
That's what you're aiming for. Also, thanks for the follow, Ballmain. And also, yeah, points are gross. Ew. Yeah.
We love followers. Followers are great. Everyone follow.
Yeah, so this is where you should be using your personal bubble to build a charge, right? They're just shooting, they're just spamming down here, right? So just stand in the way and then press your shift, right?
Mhm.
Running all the way out.
Go.
All right, what do you think about that bubble?
Bad.
Why is it bad?
Because oh wait, no, I didn't even see them. They're like all there.
Okay.
They flooded through the other choke. Still, it could be better. Could be a lot better because bubbles don't last for that long. They're only there for like how long is it? Like half a second?
2 seconds.
How many?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Got it. So he doesn't really have enough time to do anything with that bubble since they're kind of far away.
Yeah. So what would make this bubble better?
If he had dove, if he had full inted and dove, not inted, but like if he had fully committed to diving their backline, then that would have been helpful. But no one's really doing damage to him right now. It's literally just a diva and a Zen sitting behind a Ryan shield. It's not. There's no damage coming to him right now, and also he has natural cover.
Okay. So quick question: should the monkey with bubble dive the backline right now?
No.
No. Why not?
There is a tank there that could stop him, and also there is DPS there.
Yeah. And more importantly,
Our team is nowhere.
your team is not helping with this, right? So
Yes.
I just want you to like remove the idea of him diving at all right now. He's just
Gotcha.
posturing
So
for early poke, right?
just bad bubble.
Well, no.
So basically I just wasted it.
Well, so what would make this bubble better, right? Assuming he's not going to just go YOLO dive the backline right now.
Yeah.
What would make this bubble better?
If he was getting shot.
If he was getting shot. And what's a requirement for him getting shot from the enemy team?
Them seeing him.
Them being here, right? So
Them seeing him.
So one thing you can do, right?
I don't wait. Can you go to the Reinhardt's POV really quick? I want to see if they can actually see him.
They can see
they
him. They know
cannot.
he's there, but like,
Okay, yeah, they know he's there because like because the like electricity.
they can see
But
the
like
edge of the bubble.
they can see the edge of the bubble, but they would not be able to tell if that's a Winston or a Mercy.
Yeah. So what you're really waiting for is for the Rhine and the enemy team to get to like here, and then you can
Mhm.
bubble. And this is more of a greedy charge bubble because you have point, right? So you can afford to take your time with this fight.
Yeah.
Right. So then he would build your 40 charge. He would jump out, right? And then you would just like kite, right? Then later on, when the enemy team Ryan's like, oh, they burned bubble. Let's walk in and jump. And then he walks in. He gets around this point. The backline would start stepping out, right? And then he jumps again with your second bubble, and he cleans house, right?
Mhm.
That's like one really simple way to play this fight, right? But what you need to wait on this bubble is information, not prediction, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if the Ryan starts hitting your monkey, will you see it?
Yes.
Can you
there's
see
a
the
window.
Ryan right now, actually?
I can. Yeah.
You
there's a
can,
window
right?
there.
So you can just wait. Like, get information first, right? Don't make prediction bubbles, right? That's how you improve consistency. You still got charge
That's all
anyways,
we've got.
but yeah. Right? You're on as a freak.
I mean, most people in low elo quick play are insane, but whatever.
Yeah. So, just a quick question. Do you know how long the Zarya beam range is?
No.
Do you think you can reach from this doorway to this doorway?
No. Can I?
Uh,
I can.
you can. So, if you bubble and you want to kill the Zen, you need to walk forward to do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, you don't, 'cause it's right there. Sorry.
Yeah. You don't need to walk forward, right? Because walking forward means that when your bubble expires, you have nowhere to go, right? You're in
Yeah.
the middle of the open, right? Whereas if you stand here and you slowly laser down the Zen, right, and you kill him,
hmm
you just duck around the corner, and you're fine,
Yep.
right? So that's really
I
important.
never actually realized how long that is.
Yeah, your beam range is always longer than you think it is, and you want to sort of play the max beam range unless you're going for big right-click combos, right?
I mean, I guess it's like Brigida's flail. Like it's actually pretty long when you look at it, but like on the screen, like on the UI, it looks kind of like you should be meleeing someone, but it's actually pretty big.
It's just depth perception, right? You can't actually see where the beam ends, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to the middle of your screen, right? And you don't know where that is. Because it'll just taper off to a certain point. You don't actually know where it ended, right?
Mhm.
But just be comfortable with the max beam range. You can go into like training range or something and just figure it out because it's like it just takes a bit of getting used to, right? And then
Right,
after
yeah.
that, you need to have discipline with that, like actually playing the limits of your range.
Mm.
Here, you just run down the Zen, right? And now your base taking 2 DPS with no bubble, and they could very easily kill you.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Bubble is extra important because it cannot get headshot. That's a big deal against Ashe.
I mean, yeah,
And now you're forced to run this way to get away from them, right? Do you see this?
that is a bad way because that is towards their spawn. I
Yeah,
want
this
to be
is
going the
super
other
risky.
way.
Alright. They got scared, they ran away, you're safe. Yeah, very risky. That
Oh
bubble's
my
fine.
god.
No, that bubble's fine. Why is it fine?
Wait, why is that fine?
Yeah, why is that bubble fine?
I have
What,
no
what is
idea.
not going to happen in the next 10 or in the next 8 seconds or 10 seconds?
What? How is that bubble fine?
Yeah.
I cannot see any reason of why it would be like.
Well, why would it be bad? Tell me that.
Because no one's here.
Yeah. So what?
I just
So normally,
Did I
why
just-
is it bad if you bubble and it doesn't do anything?
because you're burning it. You're
'Cause you're using
wasting an
it.
ability.
You're wasting ability. And what happens when you waste an ability?
You have to wait for the. You have to wait for the cooldown.
You have to wait for the cooldown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So they're probably not going to fight in the next 8 seconds. So.
Yeah.
I
So
would
there's
have it back.
literally no way that you're gonna need this bubble in the next 8 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Your whole team is in front of you, and you know the enemy team all died, and the 2 DPS ran away from you because you just literally walked in front of them and they didn't shoot you, right?
Mhm.
So if you want to bubble for like 5 charge, it's totally okay because there's no penalty, right? Nothing's gonna happen.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you're totally fine, right? And you just bubble and you walk away because again, nothing's gonna happen in the next 10 seconds. They don't care. Is it reasonable?
Yep.
All right. This is why it's important to get your charge bubbles into the opportunity, right? When they were spamming down here, it's really important to get that bubble then, because they were just respawning, and you had about 10 seconds to a free time to build energy, right?
Mhm.
But now, like, the fight's going to start soon-ish, and it's a little bit risky playing out here. Guess what I'm going to say about this?
Okay, hit play now.
What?
You could just like, hit play.
Oh, you didn't die. Nice.
Sigh. I mean, I feel like my reasoning was I wanted to get charged, but I forgot that like the whole range thing that like I don't have a hammer, I have a gun.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta get used to that.
This is the
not
most
super
important
used
part
to
of
that
Zarya.
about having a gun.
This is the most important conceptual part of Zarya. Having charge is useless if you die.
Yeah.
And every time you die, you have to rebuild all your charge.
Yeah, that's
Therefore,
true.
if it puts you at
Dying
risk to get
equals
charged,
bad.
yeah, if it puts you at risk to get charged, don't get the charge, right? You'll get charged eventually over the course of a fight, right? But don't take risks
Okay.
to get charged.
This might be okay. So I don't know. You're probably not gonna look at the next round because like time constrictions, whatever. I just had a moment in the second round that was: is it worth getting a 3K on both of the squishies? Sorry, both of the healers and a DPS to sacrifice your own life?
Depends.
Because we were in the middle of a team fight. And I saw, I looped around. You know how the university has that big loop thingy? I looped around, and I was like, oh god, I'm at like 150 health right now. My healers are like they're on the moon basically, and by on the moon I mean they're healing the Ryan. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I see 3 of the squishies in the back line. I'm at like 95 charge. I'm at 100 health. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So I not bubble, but I just grab them and I get the 3K, but then I get killed by the diva. Would
Okay.
you say that was worth it? We did end up winning that.
Is it this map you're talking about?
Fight. Yes, that one.
I guess right.
Right, there, down.
Yeah. So sorry, describe
So
it
I
again.
loop around the staircase, drop down, grab about right where you are.
Okay. Grab. Oh, so you looped
Like
around.
kind of on the choke.
Here?
Right there, yeah. That's
Okay.
where the Ana and the Mercy were. So I grabbed there, and I managed to get the Ash in there as well, and then I got a 3K with that.
Okay.
I don't know if it was worth it though.
Okay. Do you want to just skip to that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
That second round.
Second round and just go. I only grabbed once, which is a little bit embarrassing, but it's fine.
I mean, grab takes a while to build.
It does take a while to build here. 16.
Огонь по готовности.
There it is.
Okay, so just grab from the front.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the timing on this grab is fine. The main issue is that you don't have to be, like, you're your own follow-up, right? So you need to be ready for that.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
also, there's a very high risk this gets eaten.
Yeah.
But besides that, ignoring that, the actual results of the grab, right? You get the 3K. Bubble yourself. Bubble yourself.
I did. Yeah. I think so. Oh, I got 4. Not with the grab, but I did get 4.
Yeah, I think you just need to get your kills and live there, right? You don't need to get all. You don't need to kill all of them. You just need to kill some of them, right?
Yeah.
Because your team has point control, so you just need to like stall out, right?
Mhm.
So once you throw this grab,
Огонь
right,
по готовности.
find one cover and run to it, and keep checking right clicks or like beam right click, right? Because see how they're in range still. How far this goes actually.
That is touching that. Oh, wow.
It's actually hitting this guy and almost hitting this guy, right? So you can like laser pointer and then throw right clicks, right? You can like without losing DPS. Assuming you get full ammo. I assume you reloaded before you grabbed. Yeah, you did. Nice.
Yeah, I did.
And then yeah, your personal bubble, and you want to use that personal bubble to get to cover, right? Because they're gonna they have literally nothing else to shoot at, and they have nothing else to distract them except aiming, right?
I actually thought about that. Before I grabbed, I was like, hey, what are my cooldowns at? They're all good? All right.
Yeah.
Time to grab.
That's really good thinking. That's really good thinking. But now you need to use the cooldowns.
I'm a genius.
Yeah. So like shoot.
But now I
right
need
click,
to
shoot.
live, which I didn't do, but you
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
That's neither here nor there.
it's hard to argue against winning the fight, right? Because this did win the fight, right? But that said, like you could have lived and kept all your charge too, right?
Yeah.
And you would have killed maybe 1 or 2 less. It doesn't matter. You would have won the fight, right? You secured the fight win. That's all that matters.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, there's not much. Like, if I killed 2 of them there, that Ana would have probably survived. But
Yeah.
like, there's not much There's not much literally just an Ana could do to sway a team fight against like a 5v1 essentially.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
a 5v2.
even if you kill just this guy, this Echo, I think you win this
yeah,
fight. Right.
probably.
Team has numbers. You just need to survive, like draw it out, right? Your team needs time, right? You're relieving pressure. So the big thing here is that you said you had 1 grab, right? And if you look, you're not even halfway through the round, right? And you're also at full charge right now, right? So if you'd literally just stayed alive, I can guarantee you would have had a second grab.
Probably, yeah.
Right. But again, this is why staying alive is so important, right? Like, yes, you did get 3 kills, and you won the fight, and it looked cool, and you probably got to play the game. But like,
think I did.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I think I did.
But
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
the point is like, you probably didn't need to die, right? Even if you just like walked to the left and then bubbled your way there while it's checking right clicks, right? Or walked to the right and bubbled and checked right clicks, right?
So just like, all in all, prioritize not dying as kind of like the first thing, the top thing.
Yeah.
Because if you die, you got to get all your charge back. Wait, what charge was I at?
91. And you have bubble, so it's 100.
Okay, that's high then. That
Yeah.
that would have been worth keeping then.
You're 91 charge and you have bubble, so it's effectively 100.
And that's like 175 DPS, right?
I think it's 170.
Did they nerf it? Oh, whatever.
I think so.
No, whatever. That's a lot of damage because the hammer does 75 and it killed people real quick.
Yeah. So your damage is crazy at high charge. So, yeah, living.
It is very. Zarya's are scary.
Yeah. Go back to where we're at, or just continue from here.
Yeah, just wherever.
Okay.
I feel like let's just continue. Whatever.
Okay. Let's go back to that graph. I skipped by accident. Here's your graph. You also just could have bubbled earlier, and you wouldn't have taken nearly as much damage from the stickies as well, and that would have gotten you to cover, and you probably would have lived then. But yeah. You just kept walking forward at the grab. You see that? That's where you died.
And then the Doom finishes that, I think. No.
I mean, yeah,
Did
this
he?
fight's over.
Oh, he
Guess what?
does. Yeah, the fight's over.
You literally killed the entire backline.
Perfect.
He loses like this promise.
I don't know why I just did that.
Doesn't matter. Again, like, are you gonna need the bubble in the next 5 seconds? Will it get you occasionally spawn camp by a Lucio? Probably.
Well, that's normally on higher elos, because like in silver, spawn camping Lucios are just people that watch Red Shell and think that they can just kill the world, and then they're like, oh, I forgot. You got to be good to play Lucio.
Alright, so quick question. Where's your monkey looking like he wants to fight?
My monkey looks like he wants to dive because he's watching that choke
Yeah, but where does he
very
want to fight?
intently.
Or I guess the choke,
What?
right? Is what you said, right?
Yeah,
That's where he
choke.
wants to fight,
That's
right?
yeah,
So
choke.
where should you be relative to the choke?
Not like looking at the other side of it where he is,
Yeah,
so
you can
that
be
I
with him.
can.
You can also be here. Generally speaking, you want to off angle, and this is like Zarya's
Mhm,
home. This is Zarya's spot right here.
mm,
Um, and you can get your charge this way. You can peek. You can just stand in the doorway. Someone will eventually shoot you, and then you bubble it, right? If you take some damage and you
mhm,
don't want to bother your healers, it's a health pack right behind you, right? And you can just keep lobbing right clicks and building charge or building
yep,
ult charge, right? And whenever your monkey jumps, you just bubble him when he lands, right?
gotcha.
And yeah, super chill. But you don't want to be here because here means that like you're asking your monkey to jump too early. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna stand here, you're gonna bubble, you're gonna get your 40 charge, and then you're gonna get pulled by the Orisa, right? And you're
Mm,
either gonna die or the monkey's gonna have to jump in and bubble to save you, right? And that's not the fight he wants because it's gonna be in front of an Orisa, right?
yeah,
Get in
he
Bubble
there.
wants to be
sucks.
behind me, Arissa.
Why did that bubble suck, by the way?
Oh, what was it?
The bubble in the
I
Hanzo?
wasn't. I bubbled the Hanzo
Yeah. Why did it suck?
because I should have bubbled the monkey
Oh no, that's not the reason why this bubble sucked.
because he's not getting shot.
Yeah, and also, what's gonna happen soon?
I am going to get shot,
Sure,
and
but like,
also the monkey is going to jump,
the monkey is going to jump soon, right? The fight is
and
going to
I
happen
want.
soon, so you need to save
So
bubbles
there
for that.
will be something happening in the next 8 seconds that I could have used the bubble to help with.
Exactly. There we go.
Mhm.
Get in there.
And now, see how you're very awkwardly pressured to stay here because you can't run now?
Mhm.
And now you're about to get pulled, and the monkey is now like, oh, I guess I gotta walk forward to
That
help,
is
right?
that is a very scary halt.
Yeah.
It's menacing.
Forces you to bubble. It was a good thing they didn't bubble before this, by the way, actually. Or you'd be dead.
Yeah.
But you see this? This is because of you, right?
Mm.
I mean, he's also not good, and this didn't help things. This is probably not what I would have chosen
Yeah.
given the issues. But like, this is pretty much your fault, right?
Mhm.
Within the things that were in your control, knowing what you know about this monkey player, right? This is your fault.
Yeah.
Did they all just miss you? Or was that intentional?
No, they all missed. That's bronze. Not
I think
sure.
Arissa's not trying to shoot you. And then she missed when she was putting down her shield. Like, the shot almost hit you, but I don't think she was trying to shoot you.
Mm.
And then the Deepa woke you. Okay, never mind. Not that bad.
I was trying to jump in the hole. Yeah, I did
Okay.
successfully.
So when should you jump in the hole? This is actually a very important question.
I was scared because I was in the front line. There was like 5 people looking at me, and I realized, hey, I'm like the only one up here. I am like the only thing. I'm the only eye candy they have to look at. I'm gonna go in the hole where they can't see me.
So that's a reasonable
Oh,
take.
the Ana's there.
What?
Oops, the Ana's there.
Oh, I mean, she's dead now. It's whatever.
I mean,
Um,
she's dead, but they're not really looking. Or that's not the Ana. That's the
it's on. Yeah.
what's her face. No, I'm at the Zen.
Oh.
Looking at the Zen.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
have similar colors.
Yeah. So for what it's worth, when you get pulled, you can assume at least some teammates are with you unless you know you're by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then second is, do you know how long it takes to get out of here?
Very.
A long time, right? So
Especially if you're Zarya.
yeah.
Or
So when should you jump in?
when you're like about to die.
Yeah, when you're about to die,
Like
about
it's
to
like
die.
a last case scenario.
Yeah, or your vertical mobility. If you're Diva, a monkey, a ball, or something, and
Yeah.
then the hole becomes a lot more appealing, right?
But hey, I don't play Diva or Ball
Yeah.
because they
But I
make
mean,
me
like monkey
sad.
too, right? Monkey can drop in the hole very comfortably,
Mhm.
right? And then jump back
Yeah.
out, right? So the big thing for you, right, as Zarya, is like you don't want to jump in the hole if at all possible, right?
Mm.
So the big thing you know here is that you have bubble, right?
Yeah.
So instead of jumping in the
Oh,
hole,
I didn't.
you can try and
Oh,
run
I
away
had
with bubble
bubble.
first.
Oh, that was.
Yeah. Because you also
I could have
know.
just. Yeah,
Sorry,
I
go
could
ahead.
have just bubbled and backed up.
Yeah, you could have bubble backed up because you know they have no halt. They just used it, right?
Yeah, hit the Zen with the bubble so he could get into
Yeah,
the
you can just
little
bubble,
nook
run,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
And now you're both likely to live, right?
Mhm.
They burst you through the bubble and then still kill you with these range damage, right? Like, meh, meh, literally nothing. We're just reloading right now, right? If they kill
Mhm.
you through your bubble with the supercharge, even with the bongo, right? Like, the respect to them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but like jumping the hole, it means that your fight's done, right?
Mm.
Like you're not contributing for the next like 10 seconds at least. Like you
I
essentially killed
so
yourself, right?
that was kind of dumb because I also had full health
Yeah, you were
Oh, no,
close to.
well, I just got the mega. Well,
Yeah,
whatever. It's
you were
fine.
like 300.
I was probably pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's shield, so, you know, if I put up bubble, that would've regened.
Yeah, and then also like you would probably get orb, and also you could be walking back the whole time and just being farther and farther and harder to hit, right? And then
Mhm,
bubble. And the last like when you start taking it, once you get below 200, just bubble and just keep running, turn around,
mhm.
and then like boom, you're safe, right? Yeah, this essentially just killed you. You're even taking the long way. Alright, actually, I learned something really cool. It's a detached playback time code now. On the top, there's a timer. See how long that took. Drop the pull at 6:35. Change your mind about where to go.
Oh my god.
Charge is slowly draining, so you're essentially coming back to 0 charge.
I'm coming out as if I had just died.
Yeah, that was 13
Like,
seconds.
it was slightly no.
Or
It
what was
would
it?
be
30.
slightly shorter as if I had died.
Because
Because respawn time is about
yeah,
is
so
it
you had
10
half a
seconds or
death
5
here.
seconds?
You had half a death.
Is it 10 seconds or 5 seconds?
I think it's 10. It might be 12, but I think it's 10.
I think it's 10. So basically, I died.
Yeah, with deaths, you can usually assume about 20 seconds to come back, unless it's a very close
Essentially, I
score.
died.
Yeah, so you half killed yourself essentially, right?
Hmm.
You weren't building charge that whole time, right? And like, yeah, it's just gross, right?
Wait. Was that a decent bubble
Yeah,
on the
bubble's fine.
Doom?
Yeah, he was in, right?
Okay.
He was
Yeah, he
here.
was. Oh, that
Yeah.
monkey's.
Yeah,
I
your
don't know if
monkey's
that
dead. You
monkey
can only
lives.
save one person, so you know.
I don't know if that monkey lives. I
Dead.
think.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, he does.
Actually got out.
Oh, he's a
How?
gamer. We love him.
He was purple. How did that not kill him?
Was he purple? Oh my god, that must have just really have not good aim.
He literally didn't get shot.
They weren't even looking at him.
He just walked out.
A monkey just jumped on them and they just didn't care, I guess. Oh.
Alright. So real quick on that bubble, if you see a Doomfist ult, you need to save your ult. Or your bubble, sorry.
Yeah.
Just in case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he goes for you.
Yeah. Nice.
Right, so now the problem is you're walking into point as if you have bubble when you don't have bubble, right?
I do not.
And you're really risking death. And also your Ana's being a
And
freak. I don't know what she's doing.
there's a monkey behind me that will soon be primal raging. Don't know what that was for.
Yeah, so real quick. Is Zen behind you more or less safe than the Ana in front of you?
No. Or more.
Or
More, because the
yeah.
Ana is
in danger.
very dead.
Yeah.
There are many people looking at her.
Yeah,
There are
so-
3 tanks looking at her.
Yeah, and it's important to note that the threat that was behind you, right? The
One of
monkey-
them is alting.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure that she dies here.
Yeah, so it's important to remember that the guy who was threatening your backline just literally just walked past you, right? So you know that there's no one in your backline anymore, right? So when you see the Zen, you'll be like, ah, cool, Zen. All right, where's the monkey
cool.
go? Right?
Ah, cool, Zen.
It's like, you know,
You're
he's
alive.
fine.
Good
Yeah,
job.
he's
You
chilling.
lived.
He's literally just holding. He's charging a right click. I can promise you,
Good
any
job,
Zen
you
that's
lived.
actually about to die is probably not charging a right. Actually, maybe not, but you know, the big thing is the guy who's scary walked past you, going the other way. So look the other way, you know. And then your Ana died, and you could have had 40 charge out of it. That's the big thing. Is like maybe you don't save the Ana, but you get 40 charge, and that matters, right? Having bubble right now would be pretty nice too. Not that bubble.
Yeah, I was trying to like get his attention or whatever. I don't know what was doing. I think honestly, I think that was just like a reaction. Just like oh, he's ulting. I should put up my shield.
I think for you, you understand at this point like what's a good and bad bubble. You just need to like play it out and like
Do it.
experience
You know.
it. Yeah.
It's the
Because-
same thing. Like you can know what to do to hit a good golf shot, but then you gotta actually hit a good golf shot.
Yeah. Because like I think you're at the point where you can like we've talked pretty extensively about bubbles at this point. We haven't even talked about any other mechanics on Zarya, I'll be honest. So at this point, I'd be very surprised if you couldn't like within like very like high like within like very fairly like high degree of accuracy identify a good or bad bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
The big thing now is that you just need to practice implementing it.
Yeah.
So any questions? I think we should probably
Nope.
end here. I'm like
Yeah,
way
that's
over
fine.
time. I know we started late for you, so it's not really fair, but
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that should be good.
Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Nope, we're all
All
good.
right. Oh, that's helpful. Yeah. Big thing is just like timing the bubbles around what your team is doing.
Mhm.
Actually saving people when they're under threat. And the
Yep,
big thing
you
is
gotcha.
like not panic bubbling when you're overwhelmed, right? Because a lot of
Mhm.
this last fight, it looked like you didn't know what was going on because you were just like so
Yeah.
much going on around you, and you would just bubble the first thing you saw when you had bubble.
Mhm.
And you gotta break that mental habit.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay, see ya.
Yep. See ya. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Ballmain. I'm really bad at like talking with my chat when I'm in the middle, but that's something I need to work on.